Hello, gentlemen and ladies. 'Tis I, the Knife Detector, and I have another knife video for you guys. I believe this will be number 4 in my series of elephant toe slash sunfish knives. I had previously done another series of elephant toe sunfish knives and videos, and my friends, my watchers, my subscribers, you guys liked it so much that I decided, well, I'm going to go ahead and do another series, especially since I keep finding them at great prices. And I believe this is number 4 in my second series of videos. And I got another few more knives to do videos on, some real pretty ones. But this one right here really piques my interest. And I know that some of my friends have already done videos on this particular knife right here. And it's just a beautiful knife. And I felt like I needed to also add to that because I'm going to carry this knife. I love this knife, and I love a lot of things about it. And there are some things that they did differently with this knife that I haven't seen in other sunfish or elephant toe knives. And it really harkens back to some of those more expensive knives, like the GEC whaler knife. You know, the blade is really big like that one. Except this one has another trait to it that one of my YouTube friends, I believe it was Williams Knife Life, also noted that it had a particular feature of one of the blades that makes it a little bit more unique. And I believe if it was him, if it's not him, I apologize. I believe it was him who did a video on it. But let me show you this beautiful knife, guys. First of all, the box, magnetic box. I mean, Rough Ryder spends so much money on these magnetic boxes, but let's take it out of the plastic. I have not carried this knife yet because I wanted to do a video on it before I carried it. And let me show you some of the beautiful features of this knife. Notice how the main blade protrudes further than other Rough Ryder knives that are also called sunfish knives. Notice also this wedge right here and the steep drop off on the blade right there. I think that's beautiful. Of course, it goes all the way in, so you're not going to cut yourself. It's just a beautiful feature on that knife. Notice how the edge of the blade right here almost goes completely into the bolster, so that's not going to catch in your pocket. I mean, it's not all the way in, but it almost goes completely in. Of course, you have that R right there, and that doesn't bother me much. I know a lot of you folks don't like that R there. I really don't mind it. Check out the beautiful ridges on that bone. Notice how when they grinded that bone down, it creates an effect where it's lighter on the edges of the cuts and it's darker in between the cuts. You notice that. If you look at it like this, it's a little bit easier to see the color differentiation. See? Kind of looks like a little ladder. And what that does is it makes it much easier for you to grip. Really like that, guys. I wonder what this is going to look like after I've used it like 50 times. And then, of course, look at that beautiful badge right there. Rough Ryder. See that? The color differentiation. It's like if you look at it at a different angle, you can see the texture better because of the way it was cut. Really love that. Of course, you got your brass liners. It's 2 springs. Got 5 pins. Beautiful hues of blue. Very nice. Let's take a look at that main blade, guys. What do you say? What do you say? Of course, you got your match strike nail nick, your swedge. Let's see. Boom. Look at that. If that isn't a hefty blade, I don't know what is. Hi. Look at that. Look at that meaty son of a gun right there. Look at that meaty son of a gun. That is beautiful. Very nice. I love a thick knife. It's like having a little bit of extra strength in your pocket, you know. It's something I've mentioned before. You know, if you're thinking about something that's troubling you, sometimes all you need to do is stick your hand in your pocket. You feel that beautiful knife in there. You remember how lucky you are to be able to carry such a lovely knife, to know that you have others that you carry because it's your hobby, and you think about your hobby and it takes your mind to a more pleasant place by thinking about your hobby, even in times of stress. Just by touching this knife in your pocket, you might be able to just harken back to a better time during that stressful time you're having. And what that's going to do is that's going to make you feel a little bit better, guys. It's a way to cope. Call it a coping strategy, if you will. Okay? So, right there it says Rough Ryder. Of course, 440. I like 440, guys. I have never had any issues with 440. I know that some of you guys like other steels, but I like 440. Let's see. Or 420. Or 1095 carbon. Rough Ryder 2113. Not bad, not bad, my friends. Okay, let's close this. First, let's hear the snap open. Solid, solid. It's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ready to work, ready to work. Let's see, this thing sharp? Oh, yeah, guys. This is sharp. This thing is like mega sharp. No problems here. It is razor, you know. I think it is razor. This is a piece of plastic. I don't have paper to cut, but it's like, yeah, it's sharp. So, look at that, beautiful. It looks like the edge of a whale, doesn't it? Like the front part of a whale. Nice. Okay, let's close this bad boy. Ooh, we got a half stop. Nice. Let's open the little guy up. Now, this is the other feature I was talking about. Yes, it has a half stop. But this is a Warncliffe design blade. The smaller blade kind of looks like a Warncliffe. If you pay close attention, it has a minor upsweep right here. Not a lot. It's very minor, very subtle, but it's there. To me, that just makes the blade a little bit more versatile. Nice, nice. That knife's ready to work, guys. Look at that. Look at that blade. That just makes this an excellent knife, you know? If you're going to be cutting something like some tile or cardboard, well, not necessarily tile, but linoleum or something like that. If you need that Warncliffe type of a point to cut down and press down with your finger, you're going to be able to do that with this knife, and it is very, very sharp, let me tell you. This is a very sharp knife, and the way it comes right out of the box, sharp like that from Rough Ryder, it's just awesome. An incredible knife. So I wanted to share this one with you guys. I know that some of my friends have already done videos on this bad boy, but I wanted to make this part of my series because it's not too often that you get this particular style of knife from Rough Ryder. You know, there are several styles out there, but they don't come out with a lot of them at once. You know, there's usually one or two that they sell. Like if you look in the Smoky Mountain Knife Works website right now, there's probably one or two of these that you can buy off the website. The rest of them are sold out. You know, once these things sell out, they are gone, and then you have to wait for them to come out in the secondary market, right? I paid like $34 for this knife on eBay. And then now there's one being sold for $25. So it pays to shop, guys. It pays to shop around. If I had waited a little bit longer, I could have gotten it a little bit cheaper. But you know what? I believe it's worth what I paid. I believe it's worth more than what I paid, quite honest with you. Love this knife, guys. Absolutely love it. I can't wait to carry this in my pocket. In fact, that's why I'm making the video, so that I can carry it in my pocket. Already, I like to show them to you when they're more or less pristine, when I have a new knife to show you, and then I start carrying it. And when I start carrying it, well, anything can happen, you know. It could be that, you know, it mixes around with my change or my keys, or it gets dropped. You never know. You know, sometimes it, as painful as it hurts me, you know, hurts my heart, I bump into something with this in my pocket or another knife in my pocket, and I just feel that damage, that corner of that metal door frame sinking into my baby, and it does hurt me a little. It does happen, you know, but that's part of using the knife. You know, it's part of using the knife. And if you're going to use a knife for anything other than just looking at it, which there's nothing wrong with, guys. There have been occasions when I have bought two knives, one to use and one to gaze upon, because they're just a thing of beauty. And if you're like me, you consider these bad boys works of art, because that's what they are, guys. They are works of art. Can you imagine? Knife makers are only limited by their imagination, you know. All right, guys, it's been the Knife Detector. Y'all have a good one. Take care. God bless. Keep your knives sharp. Keep your wits even sharper, my friends.